We're going to have a look at ordering fractions. There are three different situations that we can be in when we're ordering fractions. So the first one is when the numbers all have the same denominator. Remember, the denominator is the bottom number. So if they all have the same number, or same denominator, so this is same denominator, okay? Same denominator. I'm going to take the example from the book, which is 20 over 25. Let's see, 3 over 25. 11 over 25. You can see a little bit of a pattern here. 26 over 25. And 19 over 25. A very, very simple way of figuring it out, and it's the basic way, is order the numbers by what's on top. Smallest to biggest. That's if the question is smallest to biggest. It might say biggest to smallest, whatever way, but I'm saying smallest to biggest. So you've got 3 over 25 is the smallest one. Next one would be 11 over 25, because that's the next number up. 19 over 25, 20 over 25, and then 26. Okay. Very, very simple. It's very straightforward, really. You just order the numbers on top. The bottom ones don't really matter. Second one is when they have different denominators. So it's different denominators this time. Different denominators. Okay, so again, the example from the book gives us these numbers: 3 over 4, 2 over 3, 5 over 8, and 5 over 6. So we have to find what's called a common denominator, or the lowest common denominator. Well, sorry, it doesn't need to be the lowest common denominator, but the lowest common one usually easier to do with. So the common denominator of 4, 3, 8, and 6 is what we learned earlier which is lowest common multiple of these numbers. So the lowest common multiple of these numbers. So the easiest way to do this is to just write out the multiples of them all. So 4, we get 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. We'll leave it there. We'll go that far for now. 3 is the next one. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Stop there. 8 is 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. And 6 is 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. Okay, we'll stop there. So once you have a certain number of lowest common multiples, you'll look through and you'll find the lowest common one. So it jumps out to me straight away that 24 is the lowest common one. Because 4 isn't any of these. 8 is here and here, but doesn't matter. 12 is here and here and here, but 8 doesn't have 12. 16 is here and here, but doesn't have anything. 20, no, 24 is in all 4 of them. It's the lowest. It's the first one in this line that all of them have. So that being said, we then need to do a little bit of magic with converting these. So remember our equivalent fractions from earlier. We have to take our equivalent fractions, we have to take our fractions and turn them into these denominators. So we want all of these to be over 24. So start with 3 over 4. What do we have to multiply by to get 4 up to 24? So we multiplied it once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're multiplying by 6. So multiply top and bottom by 6. 6 by 3 is 18 and under 24. So pretty straightforward. That's our equivalent fractions, like we did earlier. What do we have to multiply 3 by? So we have 2 over 3. 3 has to be multiplied once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So 3 times 8 is 24. We know what the bottom is. And 8 by 2 is 16. Okay. Next one is 5 over 8. 8 has to be multiplied 1, 2, 3 times. So we get 24, and 5 times 3 is 15. And the last one is 5 over 6. So again, it's over 24, but how many times we multiply? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. So now there's our 4 equivalent fractions, and then you're just back to this situation up here. They all have the same denominator. It will be, what, 16 over 24? No, sorry, 15 over 24. You can see that one. Then 16 over 24. Then 18 over 24, and then 20 over 24. Very important that when you've done this, you then convert them back. 15 over 24 is 5 over 8. 16 over 24 is 2 over 3. 18 is 3 over 4. And 20 is 5 over 6. Okay. So now you've gone from having these numbers out of order, these fractions out of order. You've found the lowest common multiple. You've then converted them to all have the same denominator. You've ordered them with that denominator, and then you've converted them all back to what they should have been, and now they're in the right order. It's a little bit of work, but it's very straightforward when you do get to doing it. Now, the last method, or the last situation we could be in, is when the fractions have the same numerator but different denominators. So say we had, get the example from the book. So this is same numerator, different denominator. Okay, so the example in the book, they give 2 over 3, 2 over 7, 2 over 9, 2 over 5, and 2 over 10. So if they ask us to order these from smallest to biggest, we have to order the denominators from biggest to smallest. So that's the really important bit. I'm just going to put in here smallest to biggest. Okay? So when we're ordering them from the smallest number to the biggest number, we have to put the denominators as the biggest to the smallest. Okay? So that's 2 over 10, 2 over 9, 2 over 7, 2 over 5, 2 over 3. And if you just look at it, it kind of makes sense. 2/3, if you think about it, is pretty big. 2/5 is smaller than that. 2/7 is even smaller. 2/9, 2/10. So just remember that you do the opposite of what it's asking. So if we're going from smallest to biggest, you do biggest to smallest on the bottom. So that's your 3 different ways of ordering fractions. The next thing we'll be looking at is how we add and subtract fractions.